One. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 20 City Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master Horn, and joining me is my usual roll of players. Let's start off with the least sheepish, and then we'll work our way down to the most sheepish person.
Okay, good, because for a second there I thought you were going to say the most racist, and it was like, don't do this to us, man.
Yeah, to be fair, that's where I saw that going.
Now you've added some kind of weird context to like what was happening before this.
When you say sheepish, do you mean sheepish is in the term for shy, or sheepish that the person?
As
that looks
always,
most like a
I
sheep?
leave the statement up to interpretation.
Was it most or least first? I forgot.
Well, we're starting with the least, because then in nature that should realistically follow the natural order of things.
I mean, if you're going off the shy, I'm one of the few people that doesn't do a voice, so. But I don't know.
I feel like with my current hair color, I'm definitely giving sheep a little bit.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm Will. I'm Foggy the Jerk Ranger, and I'll pass on to the next least sheepish.
I think that's me. Hi, I'm Mary, play Astra, the ASMR cleric, and I'll pass it on to the next sheepish shy person. I like this where we're going with it. No.
What?
I know you were about to talk, and I was like, no.
No. No.
I mean, I'll go
No.
next because I think I give off more goat vibes.
So in character.
I feel like goats are just sheep who are assholes, right? Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Anthony. I play Darkhoof, the Sata Rogue Fighter, and I'll pass it on to the next.
I like this sheep-based argument that we can't hear because push to talk isn't.
Yeah.
As Ryan defends, he's either not or is sheep-like.
Mary's going off of the
physically
embarrassment, which I'm clearly not the most embarrassed. I'm the least embarrassed. I am the least sheepish when it comes to the feeling, but I'm kind of like a sheep, I think.
Well, the haircut.
He'd been shorn.
Been shorn.
I'll go.
He's shorn the sheep.
Sure,
He's shorn the sheep.
I'll let George be
I
the
don't
most
think you registered, I just
sheep.
lied.
Hello. I recently got sheared for the hot weather. My name is Ryan, and I play Cyrus Ravenmore, the ASMR Barbarian.
Hi, my name is George. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid. Someone did once tell me I looked like a sheep. Which, having now Googled some sheep breeds, I would like clarification on which one, because that could have been a compliment or an absolutely scathing insult. And
Why sheep?
I have no idea what they meant it as, so... You know, I'm a pretty shy person, I guess.
I just don't think there's a certain type of unicourse you can do and still be shy.
I do strongly associate with sheep, where, like, they run into a small problem and just die instantly. Like, they'll get their foot stuck and be like, welp, guess I'll just roll over and die. Like, that is my instinct every time I run into a slight inconvenience.
Unless there's one of the two dogs on the other side of the inconvenience.
The dogs usually are the inconvenience.
Genuinely, if a sheep is stuck and, like, can't get free, the first bit of advice is to just run at them scarily, because they will just suddenly remember that they don't want to die and get back up again. They're like, well, it's time for death, and you're like, what if I'm spooky? And they're like, ah.
Speaking of a spooky death, you want to remind us what was happening last time?
We're in a brain!
Spook at death, spook at death.
We're inside Saparna.
Not in a sexy way, though.
We're keeping it weird. We're keeping it weird. She told me to go deeper when I flew the ship in. We're keeping it weird. We're trying to reset her brain because she's not our friend at the minute. We're trying to make her our friend.
We activated some obelisks and we all got stupid.
Except for Barros.
Except for Barros, he was fine.
This whole thing is made for Barros.
Barros is already stupid.
So then we
plant plot people.
Yep, then we carried on. We saw some dryad bitch and a bunch of satyrs stuck in pods. We were like, should we fight that bitch? And Barros was like, I heard fight that bitch. So I think we're about to fight that bitch.
No, we seen Barros's dad and Granda in the pods, and we were like, we should fight this bitch. And then Barros was like, yo, bitch, bust the door open with a shotgun.
The funny thing is, Beros doesn't know his dad and granddad are in there.
No, he literally just heard, like, should we fight? And he was like, I heard fight, let's go!
Beros is the hype man of all hypes. He's like, we want to go. We going?
Beros is down to stab a dryad, stab a child, whatever we're doing. As long as there's stabbing involved.
Beros just likes a good old-fashioned stab. All right. With that in mind, we are jumping more or less straight into combat.
Yeah, I got up like 20 minutes ago and saw him just halfway through making a battle map and was like, "Aww."
But yeah,
I forgot we were in combat. Oh no.
Top of the initiative order is Beros.
I believe I fired, so I'll do that.
Yep.
Shoot that bitch.
And 21?
21 will hit. It's this Archdryad.
Oof. 6. I'm gonna add sneak attack. So 22, so 28.
28. Nice, yep. A good opening blast from Beros.
I was about to say, is there music? Because I'm losing it. Lost it, and it just started.
There was music. I'll play some more.
No, it's just play. It's just
I can hear music.
Yeah, for some reason it didn't load it until I clicked on the music tab. Roll 20.
I'm gonna bonus section second wind again because we did not rest.
Yes, and your encounter at the weird totems.
For 10.
Alrighty.
And I will move as well.
Perfect. Move yourself where you'd like to be.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, I forgot we had the engineer with us. I was like, who's this fucking random dwarf? And then I was like, oh no, it's the guy that nearly died.
We can just like push him behind a pod or something.
It's okay, I've leveled Durov up since the last session.
I mean, to be fair, he did manage to survive an encounter with a bunch of level 8, so he should have climbed the ranks pretty rapidly.
He's gone from 10 hit points to 75.
Nice!
So
Yeah.
he's on par with, like, he's somewhere in between Days and Sunshine now. Days probably needs leveled up as well. Days only has 49 hit points.
The soldier.
Okay, next up is Volgir.
So, I remember you've rushed in, so I guess we follow the idiot. Run in.
Sure.
Afterwards. I'll go this way. I don't know. What is it? 1 second.
35 you've gone?
Yeah, there we go. Does the... I'm trying to remember. I might have missed the thing. Did she look hostile?
So she is controlling this, like, kind of like conveyor belt system, which is kind of like, she's basically using this, like, organic, like, wood in the hand, and then picking up this, like, with this claw, the pods and hanging them on this conveyor belt system, and they're being, like, kind of then going, like, counterclockwise around, feeding in towards the wall behind her.
Question. So they're feeding in behind her, are they? So
yeah, they're kind of going, like, that direction.
Who spotted... Disappeared, though, family, wasn't it?
Astra.
Did you shout it out?
No,
So,
she didn't shout it. She told
That
me.
is Beros's father. That one there, about to go through the wall. And then Beros's grandfather is just there.
But we wouldn't recognize them anyway.
I mean, the only one who actually saw it was Astra, because there's so many different people in these pods. So, like, you know, bear in mind, there's only, 30 imaged here, but, like, they're also, like, wall to wall, like, up and down, and,
Yeah, so there's no point. Right, no worries then. I will attack.
Go for it.
That's a 21 to hit.
21 hits, roll damage.
I'll use my bonus action, if you wouldn't mind.
That's fine.
If you let me use it, just throw it in beforehand. Can I throw it in?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. So Hunter's Marker. So that's 9 plus 14.
9 plus 14. Cool.
No, not 14 total damage.
Bingo.
It was 9 plus 5, make 14. And then I will use my second attack. That will be a 29 to hit.
29 will hit.
That is 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 damage.
12 damage. Nice.
And that would be end of my turn.
Cyrus.
I got a bonus action read.
I realise I need to start using my dice again.
Then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to swing twice.
Go for it. Rush up in the melee with this individual.
27.
27 will hit. Roll damage. Ah, yes. It's a strange
20.
array of numbers. 20.
20.
Anything else, Cyrus?
Swing again.
Go for it.
No! Damn it. 11.
That will miss. Natural 1, unfortunately. Swings wide. End of your turn?
That is me.
Perfect. I need Volgir, Cyrus, and Beros. Actually, Beros, you're fine. You're immune to this. I need Volgir and Cyrus to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
She's doing phase shit.
Is it charmed or stunned by any chance?
Nope.
Worth a shot.
That's not good.
Wisdom. It's a non-natural 20.
Okay, that will succeed for Volgir. You are not frightened. Cyrus, you are frightened by this individual.
Ew.
That's.
So basically, usual rule of thumb: disadvantage on attacks when the fears have been view.
Can I use my fanatical focus once per rage? If you fail a save, you can re-roll with a +3 bonus.
Yeah,
You
go
must
for it.
use the new roll.
See, for this is 14.
Faded.
Very scary woman.
It's okay to be scared sometimes, Cyrus.
Especially women, sometimes they scare us.
Men are scary.
So you get disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. Luckily, you're right next to her. She is then going to attack you with a Thorn Lash. You are the closest one to her, Cyrus. That is a 17 to hit.
Misses.
And then she is going to use her Grasping Vines, but she's going to first move to here. So I need Cyrus and Volgir to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh, I like strength saving throws.
Me too.
That is a 25.
Volgir, you
Even
succeed.
with advantage, I got double 10.
Cyrus, you fail. You are restrained, and then she can immediately follow up with another Thorn Lash attack against you.
Me too, said Brian. Is that right? Said the dice.
What's your plus on the strength saving throw?
21,
Seven.
Cyrus.
Oh, yeah, I've got a +8, so I got a 17.
21
Hit.
damage.
Hit. It is going to be... Doo-doo.
Ooh.
20 damage.
You gotta
Slashing
swap
damage.
over your digital dice
to
to different
10.
ones.
After 10 if you're raging, yep.
Switch to your digital.
And then, as at the end of her turn, the system transitions around at her command. Telos's pod passes through into the next area, out of sight. Atlas.
Up a little bit.
I'm
I'm
really
going-
curious. Sorry, I'm really curious if she gets whacked with a pod. She's standing right underneath them.
Yeah, she'll move.
Dump.
The pods are also like 15 foot off the ground.
Ah, okay.
She's a tall lady,
Just
but she's
a
not that
funny
big.
idea.
You can drop one on her, maybe.
Going to cast Blight.
Sure.
I don't think she's a plant anything.
She's not a plant type, no.
She looks planty, so let's cast Blight.
She's a fae.
She has to make a save.
Yes, what kind of save?
A con save.
She has a +5, so that's 13.
She fails. Take 8d8 necrotic damage, bitch.
And you should roll that. 36, nice. She can look a little bit bloodied after that.
Now we move back again.
Sure. Astra.
The conveyor belt's still going, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What's it made of? Is it metal or is it like...
It's like, so a lot of stuff here is a hybrid of like organic and metal, which is a very strange environment to be in. It looks like it is primarily a self-moving system. It doesn't look like she's directly moving it. The only thing she looked like to be directly controlling was she was putting pods on the rail, but pods are no longer, since you guys have attacked, she's not putting pods, so this pod technically doesn't exist anymore.
Just think if there's a way Astra could like...
We're attacking this bitch, and she's literally just like a random factory worker. Like,
Just like a
Yeah.
conveyor
with
belt.
pods on the rail.
Just trying to think, is there a way to break the conveyor belt or something?
You'd certainly try. You can attack it if you like. It is about
Sure.
15 foot off the ground. Probably the rails were about 20 foot off the ground, but
But would the pods would surely like protect the people inside if they fail to some degree.
potentially. It looks like they've been like submerged in some kind of liquid in the inside. They kind of look like they've been like getting some kind of like stasis or something. You're not sure. Like they're all frozen, if you recall, these pretty grotesque ways. But they're clearly not. It's clearly not like they're just in air. They're definitely not frozen or anything like that.
Okay, I'll try doing a guiding bolt at the conveyor belt.
Sure.
See what happens.
Attack roll.
It's a 15 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll your damage. And the conveyor belt isn't a creature, so I don't think it begins to glow, but
I don't know if that clicked the first time, so maybe 2 rolls going through.
I saw 10
10
first.
Yep, then that's fine.
You can like see a few little like bits of it begin to break. Not enough for it to fully stop, but it has been damaged. It looks like if you damaged enough, it probably would stop working. And if you damaged it past that point, it probably would then, you know, fall or let these things slide off or whatever.
Yeah. Asher probably call out. Maybe to Daryl, because he might know more. Just like, can you get that conveyor belt stopped? We need to damage it till it stops, but not to the point there where they fall. I don't want to hurt them.
I can give it a go. I've got to get close, so.
He's an engineer. You
It's
might know
20
shit
foot off
Asher
the
doesn't know.
ground, and he's a dwarf.
Anything else, Astra?
Uh,
You're gonna have to toss me.
I think that's it. Don't think there's any really bonus actiony stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
just imagining
totally.
Astra throwing him up there, and he's just like clinging on with like a screwdriver. He's like, okay, kill the Dryad quickly!
I mean, that could be a next turn thing if I get the wings out. Yeah, fuck it. Bonus action, she'll get the wings out just in case she needs to fly up.
Sure. Okay, wings flare out. Durv's turn. Durv is going to rush forward. What's its move speed? I didn't put his movement speed in. He has a 30-foot movement speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll move to there. He is going to use his bonus action, Engineering Solutions, and he's going to rig a quick tool or hack. And then he's going to use his action to deploy his Mechanical Companion. He pulls from his tool belt, throws a few things together, and he rolls out a small little bowling ball, a little metal bowling ball, which sprouts like legs like a spider. And he then on his hollow strap, and you see this thing like arcs a little bolt of electricity towards the actual run itself. And I will...
Astra looking like, neat, and this sprouts legs, and she's like, I hate it. I hate it immediately.
Yeah, I was about to say, doesn't someone have a spider complex
Astra's
in the party?
conflicted right now.
Oh, cute, a little ball. Why does it have legs?
Kill it with fire.
Still less scary than the squall one, so it's fine.
It depends. It depends how many
At least
legs
it doesn't
it
have
has.
12
It only has
legs.
4 legs. Yeah.
It's only got 4 legs.
It's not like 3 foot tall or whatever, so...
With eyes on the back of its body.
Like Astra's fine with normal spiders, those spiders are something else.
Those are normal spiders.
No, they're not. And I grew up in hell.
I love this being like a debate on the ship one time. Like, how many legs does a spider have? It's like, 8. No, 12. Sorry, it's like, you can count the legs on them?
Just Cyrus like, they have legs?
They're just orbs of fire with teeth. That's everything on Hell. Orbs of fire with
Too many
teeth.
legs to count.
Gets advantage.
Just imagine Sunshine trying to count that many legs.
The thing is, infernal
Stop moving,
spiders
they declare
are
again.
just
Damn it.
spiders, but they're on fire and made of like barbs and shit.
So you watch as the after like the instruction from Astra and deploying this little thing, which has a little ball of lightning goes up. It looks like the system begins to like slow down and stutter to a halt. And Durv was like, "Don't know how long that's gonna last for." And that'll be Durv's turn. Veros.
Cool. I'm gonna reload, aim, and just before he fires, he's probably gonna spot his grandfather. With DM's permission, I'd like to have disadvantage on my next attack roll.
If you
for
so wish.
emotional interference.
If you so wish.
Like, I would like to have disadvantage. Harry's like, you can have as many disadvantages as you like.
17.
17 will just hit.
Through tears and screaming, Grandpappy!
9 initially. With sneak attack, that's another 20, so 29 damage.
Nice, yeah.
Cool, and then I'm gonna drop my rifle, and then bonus action dash to basically get up to. I probably won't need to, but just basically get within melee range of that bitch.
Sure. Dash up and get engaged. Vulgar.
Well, that screws both my plans. The fact that both of you are within 10 foot.
Kill him, who cares?
It was okay to sacrifice me, but Barros is a no-go.
You're the tank! Being sacrificed is what you do best!
You know what? Volga's gonna be like, fuck it. He's gonna pull out the scepter and try and banish.
Sure.
I don't know where you came from, but go back there.
What's the save?
Yeah, basically. It's a charisma, which I have a feeling she is high at.
She's pretty
But it's worth a
sexy.
shot.
She has a +6.
It's a...
Should have rolled a d20, not a d12. That's a 10.
Oh, okay.
It is a magical effect. She does the advantage because she's Fae.
Charisma 15.
Yeah, 12. Still not enough.
15.
14 actually. Yeah, so she feels. So she will pop out of existence. You hear her.
Well, that was easy.
Well, we have a minute, guys. Don't know what else.
Right, the next section is purging the systems. Is there like a terminal to hack?
Make a perception check. Look around.
Start running.
Can I help him? I have
See if I spot anything.
proficiency in it.
Yeah, you can give assistance. Yeah.
And I'm going to run in a circle to see if I spot anything at the back.
14.
Okay. Well, 14 barrels. You find that there is next to the strange organic claw that the this strange archdrad was using. There is a little control system there that looks like you may be able to interface with it.
Darv, are you? Can you hack this?
I can certainly give it a go.
We're looking to purge the system.
You just hear a cry drop from Volgir's ear as he's being replaced.
Is
You run
the
off somewhere.
Dryad coming back, or are we good?
I said we have a minute. I don't know if it's coming back.
I hope she doesn't. It's freaking me out.
She's just a lady covered in plants.
If
Freaky!
I'm running,
Freaky lady covered in plants! It's freaky looking.
Like a kind
If
of,
I
like a
have-
kind of freaky, like, oh, I'm kind of turned on by this, or like a freaky, like, ugh.
if I run in a circle and I'm back
What
where I
about
am and there's
both?
nothing else that I need to do, I will ready an action to attack where she last was if she
Sure.
reappears.
You do a little run around. Unless you wanted to start trying to get people out of pods and stuff, Volgir, there's nothing, no other consoles or anything like that. You can obviously see. You can see that Durv's little spider bot, Sparks, is kind of just every now and again flashing a little small burst of
now.
a little small burst of electricity towards the thing, delaying the system being able to move again. But if you could further break that system, then it would stop it being able to come back online. It looks like he's literally created a temporary solution.
So I will use a lightning arrow then and shoot the
Cool. Yeah.
same
You do
place.
that. Barros Durov kind of runs over to you. He rolls the sleeves up, has a little scratch his head, starts looking at the system. Goes can't say I've been faced with something so natural looking before. And he starts begin to work on the system as best he can. Okay, this is the Verdant Infusion Chamber, apparently. Whoever we just took out was called Jingles. That's a weird name. Let's see here. Right, this room's double has two connections. Through the other side of that wall, there's something called the Bounded Vaults. That's where we can actually purge the overlays there. But from here,
That's where we need to go.
aye. This is actually more useful for apparently restoring. This seems to be taking memories, but it looks like there's a restore function, but it's blocked until we can deal with that other system. They're counterlocked.
We're doing this the wrong way around. We need to go through there first and then come back on ourselves. But within a minute, that tree's gonna come back. So let's just get ready to stab the shit out of it.
Are you sure we don't want to just go to the other?
Nah, come on.
Other room
Huddle
first?
and get ready to stab.
No, because if it comes back, then it'll set the alarms off.
Maybe she'll just wander off looking for us elsewhere.
Maybe we should put a more permanent stopping thing on the conveyor belt.
Right, let's focus on that.
Well, I've shot it with a lightning arrow. I don't know what that's.
What was your to hit?
Sorry. It's whether I hit or miss.
You can just
Yes.
So I can hit, which is a 15.
Yep, that hits.
Cool. So
It's just because obviously it's metal and stuff, so you might hit like a weak point or not hit it. You might like crit, you know. So
right. So I'll give you a damage anyway, just in case, if it makes any difference. So it's 11 damage.
it's 21 damage in total.
It is lightning arrow. It is. I'm assuming it fails.
It will automatically fail. It cannot succeed a dexterity save yet.
4d8 lightning damage.
Machine cannot dodge.
12, 13, 20. 20 lightning damage.
Nice. With that, you see the system's like big pulse of electricity combined with the earlier damage from Astra, and the system, like you watch it, just like and kind of like gets stuck like a small little loop, and then just slowly just the momentum just pours down to nothing. Looks like it's gone offline. You do hear through one of those like big like holes in the wall where this kind of feeds through from the other side, someone calling in Sylvan, so anyone who speaks Sylvan can understand it, and you hear, "Something's going wrong with the conveyor belt. You three, go check it out."
I don't speak that.
No.
Does Barrels?
No.
Oh, well,
And
we're
none of
screwed.
us hear anything. Well, we all hear it, but none of us know what it
I
means.
assume Barros would speak the language of his people, but I guess not.
Speak
Well, I
Elvish.
will.
To be fair,
you checked Elvish.
when we moved our characters from like one thing to the other, it did take Orin off me, and then I put it back on again because I was like, I'm not just gonna forget a language.
No.
Atlas
What
just
I will
wakes up
do-
one morning, she's like, I can speak in wild shape, and I no longer remember how to speak to my family.
Given where the entry point was, Volgir will run around and start trying to either shoot down or chop down the pods like that way.
Yeah, sure. You can do that if you like.
Well, I was about to
You
say I
back on
was
the
doing
main
it,
map.
but then
No, it's fine.
I'm just gonna move up to where the bitch disappeared and get ready to stab if she comes back.
Well, as long as Volgir maintains his concentration, after a minute is up, she does not return.
nice. Which
I had
means she
forgotten that
must
small
be-
detail.
If she's not on her home planet, which for a fey creature would be Lush traditionally,
Oh yeah.
she would not
She
return.
just went back down to the
You
surface
just
again.
beamed her down.
She might get beamed back up. You not seen. She appears in the surface of Lush, like looking around, and a tentacle comes out. It's like slaps her up. You see her appear in a pod, like oh.
Well, it does say a random location on the on a plane
Yeah.
of DM's choice.
She appears and she gets slurped up, and she appears in the pod momentarily after. When you're all waiting, like it must have been over a minute, right? And you hear like, and she just appears.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Right, so to the next room?
To the next room?
Blinded vaults.
Are we being
Ignore
sneaky?
this. It's just so I know that I've used
Just
it.
we were being sneaky before, and I don't think anyone's caught us yet, so...
Am I
Do
still
you-
afraid?
I'd still be sneaky.
You are no. The source of the fear is gone, so you're not afraid.
I mean, you might be regular afraid. It's a pretty scary situation.
Normal amount of afraid.
May as well try and sneak.
That's what we like to call the Astra, just a constant low-level fear.
Let me go pick up my gun first, just in case I need to shoot anyone again.
Let's try and do this quietly, I guess.
Stealth it is.
Sneak.
Are you trying to go back out into the like the actual kind of like forested area and then back to that central location? Bear in mind you had the shuttle as well, or are you going to go through the holes in the walls by the conveyor belt?
I vote for the conveyor belt.
Yeah, it's the
Sure, let's do it.
It's the fastest way through, and they'll never expect it.
Sure. At this point,
Little
Volgir,
did they
you've
know
managed to
they
like get
expected
down one of the pods, which seems to contain the familiar form of Baros's grandfather. He's kind of like frozen, like
Don't open
solid
it.
in there.
We want to make sure that their brains are back in
Petrified,
before we
probably a
turn
better
it
term.
back on, right?
Yeah, but we need to.
I know he's a bit loopy, but he doesn't need to be any more loopy than he already is.
we need to restore, so
Well,
I think
let's
that's
go.
part of it. Okay.
Into the hole in the wall that the gross pods are going in.
Sure. You can use the pod of Barros's grandfather to climb up onto the actual thing itself and begin, like, clambering your way along. You're being
I'm
stealthy.
so
Durf,
fucking
what's wrong with you?
sneaky. Look at that.
Change my dice.
15. That's not bad for Astra.
19. I'll take that.
If Astra gets more than 10, we're doing well.
Okay, you all very
The
quietly
is quite high.
make your way forward. As you kind of like perch up, who's leading the group?
I mean, I said let's
think I'm
go,
at the
so
rear.
I'll go ahead.
Okay, so Atlas, you would see first. You kind of get to this little
Alice
entryway.
also is good to send ahead, because if there's a sudden steep drop, she's not going to die immediately.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, you see that there is a like as you kind of peer down in here, this area that you stumbled across is. Let me get my notes up real quick.
Sorry, where were we just now?
You've just left the verdant infusion chamber, and you've headed down through the wall into the bounded creature vaults.
Got it.
You see in here that there is currently 2 of these individuals left, because 3 are leaving the chamber right now. They appear to be Fae, maybe? They definitely have like Fae nature to them. However, you see that they have like that slick outer like skin and like little small patches of tentacles kind of like growing off them.
Illithid it up.
Yeah, partially it looks like.
Are we just gonna kill him? Killing?
You sure?
Did somebody say kill?
Kill.
I will try and creep in a little closer, at least.
Sure.
Once
You can like creep
Enough.
along the.
once enough people have got in that Volgir can see, he will ready a arrow to one of them.
Sure. Looks like they haven't seen you guys yet.
in case.
And it looks like what they're kind of doing is as these like pods are kind of coming in, they are this goes much lower, kind of comes all the way down, and they're being released onto these like little conveyor belts that are moving them to like different areas in the room. You see that there is very strange looking kind of like containers, like these like glass containers, all kind of like lining the walls as well on shelves. And you see like in these pods, like as these individuals are like, you know, all like frozen there, these 2 individuals are like looking over, and one of them like looks at everyone, they say something in Sylvan that you don't understand. They look out towards the door where the other 3 have just left. You see they like shake their head, and then they seem to go back to whatever they were doing. You see they pick one of these glass cylinders off a shelf. They go up to one of the pods, one of the ones that's kind of just come in, and is like resting by the wall, and they connect it to the side, twist it, and you see like just like something like transfers from the pod into the actual tank itself, and then they just begin to move on to the next one.
Elicification.
Can I guiding bolt them? I don't want to be here.
Right, maybe let's do a 3-2-1 and then all shoot. Me, Volgir, we'll go for the one on the left. Everyone else go on the one on the right.
Cyrus will pull out a javelin.
I mean, I can always call lightning on them as well, I suppose.
Okay.
3,
That was 3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Yeah, cool. So it'll be a surprise round. They don't know you're there, so they will get a -5 to their dexterity, which will put them at the bottom of the order, just above Durv. So Barros, if you want to take your first shot, there's only 2 enemies in the room, so.
Cool.
Bless you.
That's me.
Bang. A 27.
27 will definitely hit. Don't know you're here, so you get to attack.
12 plus an additional 10. Oof, rolled pretty bad. 22.
I need 2. Yep, good opener for that. Anything else, bros?
On your turn. Fuck it, I'll do an action surge.
You go for it.
And I'll fire again. Oof, 11.
11, unfortunately, will miss the second attack. They hear you coming, and they dodge out of the way for the blast, taking cover.
Ignore that. Sorry.
It's all good.
For some reason it hasn't taken off the charge, but I just
Didn't
know
know
it's
you've
been
used
used.
it, yeah.
I'll put it in my notes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry. Can I use... oh, it's only on an ability check. An attack isn't an ability check, is it?
An attack is not an ability check, no.
That's fine.
Volgir.
Sorry. I will aim for the, I think it was the left one, Barrow said. So I will aim. And
Same one.
An arrow. 26 to hit.
Definitely hits. Full damage.
I will. I will save the lightning arrow. So 26. Do we get bonus actions?
Yes, you do. This is just a normal round. The only surprise benefit you get is that the attack kind of happens like automatically. If that like you kind of like get a little boost to your attack.
I'm smart.
Certainly.
There'll be a point where you say you need to declare it first. I'm just waiting for that
Yeah,
day.
it's fine. Just if you want to
I
use
keep
the spell
forgetting.
slots.
Well, you get 4 free, don't you?
Yep.
So, 3 plus 9 damage.
Amount of damage, yeah.
Attack.
Go for it.
30, non-natural.
That hits, yeah. Roll damage.
About to say, if it doesn't hit, I'd be very surprised. 16.
16, nice.
That's the end of me turn.
Alrighty, Cyrus. These things are probably about well within running distance from you, but you do have to like run down this kind of like little conveyor belt, leap off onto the ground and close the distance, but you should easily achieve your movement speed.
Yeah, I think I'm still gonna start with the javelin throw,
Sure,
and then I'll retrieve my sword.
go for it.
22 to hit.
Nice.
I'm aiming for the one on the right, I think. The one the barrels didn't hit.
Sure, the one Barris didn't hit. Go for it.
6 damage.
Nice. A start. Anything else, Cyrus?
I'll then draw my sword and run up and get all up in his face.
Sure. You close the distance, get in there.
And swing with the sword.
Go for it.
14.
14. Very good. That will unfortunately just miss.
Ah, you said very good, and I thought I was in the clear, so I rolled damage. You
Very good.
tease.
Very good for them.
Ignore the damage roll then.
I certainly will. Okay. Atlas.
I am going to chuck a guiding bolt.
Certainly. That the one Cyrus will run up against, or the one that Volgir and Beros have both shot?
One Cyrus is going up against.
Sure thing.
That was my instructions. I'm going to miss, I think.
15 will just hit.
17 radiant damage.
And they begin to glow.
And they glow.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm happy with that.
Ta-da.
Garden Belt as well, I think.
With advantage, bitch.
With advantage. Or otherwise that will miss. That will hit.
19.
Roll damage. And the advantage train keeps on chugging.
So 21 damage.
21 damage. Nice. Yeah, both looking bloodied after that first little bite of attacks. They are going to retaliate. One of them is going to whip around, see the Cyrus has got within melee of it. And it is going to... It is going to try to... you see it kind of like extends its arm and these like tentacles almost like turn to like a sharp point, and then it like lashes out towards you, Cyrus, and you hear like a whong of like psychic energy as it swings towards you.
Not the wows.
A 13, we believe, will miss. Just whizzes past. The other one is going to, seeing all of you now revealed on top of that thing, run towards you all. And it grabs its head and then like... And just like this like warping like screech just like boom, like echoes out from it. So I need everyone...
Were they together?
They were not super close. They were probably about 15 foot apart.
No worries.
They will need everyone apart from Cyrus to make a wisdom saving throw. If you are Fey, you have advantage.
Beautiful.
What if you're Fey
24.
touched?
Fey touch don't get shit.
Worth a try.
Nat 20.
I mean,
I'm wise.
We've muted, sorry. Natural 20 or 22.
Durov gets a 19. If anyone got a 15 or less, which I believe is no one,
Good job, team.
it has no effect. Durov's turn. Durov is going to take his from his like hip, this little small kind of like old. It kind of looks like a hand crossbow, and then he aims it and fires it, and it shoots this little like little ball of fire out from it. 25 to hit for 10 fire damage. Nice.
He also would have got advantage if you want to crit fish.
Not on that one. He was shooting the one that kind of like rushed up towards you guys. Beros.
Cool. How close are they?
One of them is within about 15 foot of you. The other one is where Cyrus is about 30 foot from you.
Cool. I will go to the one that's 15 feet, pull my short swords.
Leap down from the actual conveyor belt itself, run towards this thing across the like strange organic metal floor.
Yeah.
Like living metal.
First swing.
24 hits. Roll damage. You will also get rakish audacity here because you are on your own out here.
9 and then 22. So
You strike this thing. Are you looking to kill it or knock it unconscious?
I'll kill it.
Okay, you sever it from its body and it collapses to the ground, dead and unmoving.
Do I have any movement speed to move up to the one?
Yeah, they're only 30 foot
Go
from
to
you, so
Cyrus?
you can go within 15. Another 15 foot will get you there.
Yep. Okay, sweet.
Yep,
I'll do
close
that
the distance.
and then bonus action.
Go for it. Also bloodied.
13, but I do have advantage. I'll roll that.
Yes, you do from the guiding bolt.
Nat
20. That 20 will definitely hit. Roll damage.
11.
Nice. And without that, Volgir, you're up.
I'll attack the one that's left then.
Go for it. Looking
23.
23 hits. Roll damage.
Oh, I'll also use the bonus action to read Hunter's Mark.
Yep, good call.
13.
13 damage. Nice. Yeah, the thing is looking pretty critical.
Second attack. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
And 12 damage.
12 damage. With that, this one also with a arrow embedded in its head falls back, not moving. Try dropping one of these like glass jars that it was carrying, falls on the ground. And you see Cyrus and Volgir, Beryl, sorry, because you're the closest, a little small worm-like creature flopping around in the in like the liquid on the ground.
You stand on that.
Step on it.
Yep, you crush it.
You hear the entire ship cry.
Okay, and you can actually see Beros's father here as well. He's not even taken off the conveyor belt yet. He's only just come through that little entryway. You guys actually walked over the pod to get here. But yeah, you are in this strange room surrounded by more pods with these little strange cylinders attached to them all. And as you kind of like sit and stare. Looking for a terminal? Yeah, make a perception check. And if you're looking around, you see that one of these tanks, you watch as one of these individuals, like you can kind of see the further back you get from the actual conveyor belt itself. Like, this room is much bigger than the last one, and it has like rows upon rows, layers upon layers of these tanks. And the further away you get from that conveyor belt, the more the Fae seem to be taking on more illithid features. Their skin looks like it turns more of that like translucent fishy kind of texture first, and then you see things like the nose begins to meld into the actual like flesh of the face, and then eventually the jaw seems to disappear and these tentacles are like formed in its place as this rapid form of ceramorphosis is happening. It's kind of in this isolated like sealed tanks, keeping it contained. But Cyrus, you do eventually find kind of in the back middle of this room a terminal which seems to be controlling these like little conveyor belts that help guide things to and fro, and you can kind of see it's got like reference points and things like that, like, you know, some people and things like that.
Durv, over here, the terminal.
Yeah.
Drop.
Yeah, Volker starts crying. Dirk goes over.
Volgir, help him out.
Volgir's other eye is crying now.
Okay.
Volgir's gonna have disadvantage on all attacks now because he cannot see through the tears.
My team don't love me anymore.
So there are 2 manual overrides we need to activate. One there and one there. Looks like there's a protective field around them. It's a neurostatic energy. So they may hurt your head a little bit, unless you take time to disable them first. Otherwise, you got to get in, flip the switch. Once they're both activated, we should be able to purge the overlays fully and hopefully stop whatever's going on here.
Cyrus goes for the first one. He is going to bonus action Warrior of the Gods to get a D12 back.
You're just gonna walk into it and turn it on. Okay. You take 12 points of psychic damage, but you go and flip the switch. That's one.
I mean, I'll go do the other one.
Yep. Do you just want to go turn it on?
Yeah, I'll go turn it on.
Sure thing. You take 9 points of psychic damage. You turn them on. Durf will now use engineering solutions again on himself, and he will attempt to crack the code. Boop.
Volgir will begrudgingly help him if possible.
His engineering solutions will let him actually just he can take it as a bonus action. He gets it back.
He doesn't need your help.
Volgir's rocking in the corner.
If he spends,
Like, here, I can help you. And he's like, get out of my way.
you're fucking my shit.
Volgir's like, I'm just gonna go wait in the shuttle, okay?
He
He's not even allowed to fly that.
Nope. He finishes like doing a bit of like work on the terminal, and you see he's like, "All right, let's hope this works." And he hits the button, and you just see like a of like energy like rippling out from it, and then all the lights in this chamber just turn off.
Let's go restore.
Was that supposed to
Have to race
happen,
that, I
or?
guess.
We need to restore up at the other place, right?
Okay, yep.
Well, the other place was more a way to give back memory. I think that's more of kind of like what we do after this. I think we need to find some way to. And you see he's like looking at the terminal's like glitching out and flickering every now and again. It's like, God, fucking damn it. I think we probably need to find a way, maybe somewhere else. There might be whatever we need to release. I know it's being stored there, but there's definitely something blocking it, and we need to maybe engage that some other way.
The Beast Mind engine. Maybe that's the next thing, because I don't know.
So keep going down.
You started so confident, and you just kind of killed it halfway.
You see that that's like at the end of this long corridor. If anyone would like to, they can make a Arcana or an investigation or some kind of intelligence check if they like to try to work out maybe what would be the next best step.
Sure. I'm pretty good at Arcana.
24.
That would be another nat 20 for a 27. Second nat 20. It's all gonna go horribly wrong soon.
Yep.
Touch wood.
All I heard was, that's a second nat 20. Me.
So Astra, you would know that Cyrus is right that the Beast's Mind engine probably would need to be activated at some point. However, you don't think would be needed just yet. You think you'd probably be better looking be somewhere over on the other side of the ship, maybe somewhere like the Trapped Beast Altars might have something about the actual actual locks to the psyche, unlike mine, trying to like reverse to reconstruct basically the memories and like actual beings here from what they are currently being turned into, which you have now basically stopped from being happening. But you need to find a way to actually retroactively undo it. You think the Beast Mind engine probably comes later. Atlas, you think that the Beast Mind engine is probably part of a ladder job as well. You think that will probably be more in the line of the obliteration phase, which is going to be whenever you're busy looking at shutting down this thing more or less permanently and stopping it from still like being able to like be restarted by the Illithid. That Beast Mind engine is probably connected in some way perhaps to them. There's also possibility of the flow conduit as well. You think that might have something to do with it as well? That could be another connection. You're not entirely sure. But you do know that it's very likely that the final area, you probably want to be heading up towards that command core, that big tree with the glowing thing. You think that's definitely where the final area needs to be to take control of the actual, to take control of Soprana fully in that final way.
Maybe like the Trapped Beast Altar, like unlocking things.
Seems like a good shout.
If that's where we need to go, then let us go.
I think that's where we need to go. I feel
Should
it,
we
you know?
retrieve the shuttle?
Yeah, maybe get the shuttle. In case there's a lot more
Come
journeys.
on.
You gonna climb back on the conveyor belts, make your way back? Sure.
Yeah, everybody
You just
check
gotta-
on the pods.
Clamber.
Yep. You're just gonna move at speed.
Your dad.
Zip, zip.
Just leave your dad there.
We're gonna come
You
back
don't know
and fix
that,
him.
It's fine.
Yep, you guys climb back over. You get back to the previous chamber. You see that there are, as you kind of like come down, coming into the, as you kind of are climbing down from the actual conveyor belts, the 3 individuals who were sent to investigate this area are coming into the room.
Yeah, we didn't know they were sent to investigate this area.
They spot you. You see they immediately will leap into combat against you and attempt to attack you, as would make complete sense in this situation.
Who the fuck are these guys?
Barosh, you again be top of the round. The 3 of them, they're all kind of coming towards you guys. I'll, for argument's sake, I'll put you all back in
We
this
were so
room.
confident we'd killed everyone in this room.
Yeah, I'll charge and get within melee range if I can.
Sure. They're gonna be just by the doorway. I'm gonna be spawning them in now.
Okay. Ooh, that one. Actually, my 12 misses.
And that one will always miss, unfortunately.
Second swing, 24.
That'll hit. Get Rakish Audacity as well. Rushing up on your own.
17.
Nice.
25.
5 in total. Yeah, good opener. You slash them down. They kind of like recoil back a little bit.
That's me.
Righty. Full gear.
I'll go for the one that Barrow's attacked.
Sure.
That's a natural 19. It's like a 31 at the end of the day.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Just making sure. I always forget which character it is that had the 19 hit. Yep, not this one. Can I move the Hunter's Mark again?
You certainly can.
So that'll be 14.
14 damage. Nice.
Second attack will be 16 to hit.
That will hit.
And that's a 15 to hit. Or 15 damage, sorry.
Cool. Nice. Still kicking. Bloodied, but still kicking.
That is the end of my turn. Oh, I'll move forward a bit, just to get me back in.
Righty.
I'll move over
Cyrus.
there, so I've got a better line.
Cyrus is going to push up into this little gap here.
Sure. Knock down the door.
He's going to attack the one behind the one that attacked, or Barrows attacked.
Sure.
17.
17 will hit. Roll damage.
14.
Nice. Anything else?
Swing again.
Sure.
12.
12. Will miss, unfortunately. End of your turn, Cyrus?
Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do for now.
Okay, this creature is going to let out a warping screech. I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw. Barros, you have advantage.
That's 17.
It's not great, but 14.
18.
21.
23.
So Cyrus and Derv, as this scream enters your mind, you feel it just overcome your consciousness. You are stunned.
I should have raged.
Cyrus's last thought before he is stunned.
And I've just realised I'm an idiot and completely forgotten about one of my feats.
I've only got 2 left, so I'm trying to, like, pace them.
Okay. The other 2 are going to wail on stunned Cyrus.
So much that you're like, I'm not angry anymore, okay?
You can full advantage of him not moving or reacting. When you're stunned, Cyrus, you're incapacitated. Attack rolls against you have advantage. So they are going to start thwacking you with these mind blades. So the first one...
More barbarian. He's getting thwacked.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 misses.
That first one misses. The second one is a 6 plus 6, a 22 to hit.
19 misses.
That's good. He's a tank.
Okay, now.
AC of 20, baby!
I have 18, so it's not that
All
bad.
I've got is a shield. No armor.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're a barbarian. Your skin is.
That is the point.
You take a whopping 8 points of psychic damage and need you an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Why?
Come on, Cyrus, dig deep.
Did he dig deep enough?
That's pretty
14
deep
is
digging.
enough against that. Yeah, so you don't get affected by the Mind Blade. That one Screech, 2 attacks. That's them. Atlas,
Guiding bolt towards face.
go for it.
Which face?
Any face. There's 3 of them. Pick one. Their face.
Yeah, which one though are you attacking? Closest one, furthest one,
closest one.
closest one. Sure, that hits. They start glowing. They are critical.
That's me.
Alrighty, Astra.
I think first of all, gonna do a mass healing word because I think everyone's getting nitpicked quite a bit. And then I'm gonna do Toll of Dead.
Oh,
but I'll
look,
do
they
that.
make a fun little traffic light system in health.
That really tickled Ryan for some reason.
It did, because I was like, what the fuck are you? And then I seen it and I just went, oh.
Everyone gets 8 healing. I
Nice.
think that's enough to kill
Oh,
them.
my 69 hit points.
Boo.
Now it's 77. That's not a funny number.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll be thanking you when I'm, 8 away from death later.
And then Toll of Dead on one of the ones that smacked Cyrus.
Sure. The one that's injured, the one that's not.
Injured. Wisdom save, please. Probably
Alrighty.
Wisdom is
That is a 4. No, sorry, it's actually a 7, but still feels. Ring that bell.
For whom the bell tolls.
10 necro.
Nice. And it's a cantrip, so does your Blessed Strikes add to that?
Yes.
So 13 damage in total. Alrighty, Durlf is stunned. Does nothing. At the end of his turn, he breaks out of the stun as it ends. Barros.
Beautiful. Stab.
Stabby stabby. Go for it.
First one is a 28.
That will certainly hit. Roll damage.
10. With sneak attack. 18.
28. Yeah, you slash this thing down and it dies.
Cool. I'll move up and bonus action stab.
Go for it.
A 30.
30 will certainly hit. Roll some damage. Level.
11.
Beautiful. Still injured, not bloodied yet. Anything else?
Nope, that's all good.
Volgear.
But I will go for the bloodied one.
Go for it.
It's natural 17, so 20 something to hit.
That will hit.
Is it the same one as the Hunt Smoke?
You would have to move it.
No
Barros
worries.
Barros
I will
killed that
move it
one.
then. Just double checking. So that's 17
17 damage. Nice. Second attack.
Second attack.
Go for it.
Natural 19.
Hit.
And that is 14 damage.
Nice. This thing is looking critical after that couple of strikes. Cyrus. Anything else, Volgear?
Did I actually have a Dragon out? I thought the Dragon was dead.
Maybe Dragon's dead. I just
No,
put the token down.
I'll stick him over there for the minute.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought you had him with you.
I think he might have got blasted in the last fight with at the pillars.
I am stunned.
Yep.
Yes.
End of your turn. Stun breaks. So you are fighting fit again. One of them is going to try to attack Barros. One of them is going to attack Cyrus. In that order. Barros. A 16 plus 6. 22 to hit Barros.
Will hit.
You take 6 points of psychic damage. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
I ain't that intelligent.
15 is enough. Alrighty. The other one is going to go for Cyrus. Or will it just try to fucking mind blast again?
No,
Someone else.
please.
No one else is really close enough to warrant it. It will not bother. That's insane. Look at that. That's a 20-foot radius. And that's a 20-foot radius.
What?
That's scuffed. That's scuffed as fuck. That's so scuffed. That makes no sense.
Well, that's a diagonal 20-foot radius, which is obviously completely different.
I mean, I think this is actually a 20-foot radius there. That's not.
Is that not like a 10-foot radius?
That's apparently 10 foot, but then that's also a 10-foot radius. I'm always going off diagonals. I think diagonal's the only way to do it. Yeah, so it could get... Nah, I won't get most of you guys. They can't get close enough. So instead, I'll just smack Cyrus. Try to anyway. 23 will succeed. And that will be fine. It's some good damage from them. 15 points of psychic damage. I need an intelligence saving throw, please, Cyrus.
We're okay.
Or okay. Good. Atlas.
That one's critical, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I am just going to throw a starry wisp in its general direction.
Sure.
Ranged spell attack. Which is a crit fail, so I do not hit it.
This goes wide.
Balancing out those 20s.
Anything else? Astra!
How injured is Cyrus right now?
He is injured, but not yet bloodied.
Okay. Just another Toll of the Dead on the
Critical
bloodied one.
Yep, go for it. We got a save going. Whoop. That is a 12.
It's 22 damage.
They die!
What? Brian just like give me the stare of death because I did 22 damage. She's a cleric. What do you want? That's all.
Alrighty. Derv will, now that he's awake, he'll move over to here, he'll aim, and he'll fire his fireball launcher. Wow, 19 fire damage, nice. Cracker shot. Alrighty. Beros, top of the round. One remains.
Scoot. Stab.
Go for it.
One will miss.
Unfortunately miss. 18 will hit though. All your damage, you get sneak attack as well.
10 plus 20, 30 damage.
Pretty good, yeah, looking bloodied after that strike.
Beautiful. Yep, this.
A Volgear. You would need to move your 100th mark again as a bonus action.
Yes, I will do that, and I will move to there to get the better angle and hit the last one.
Go for it.
That's a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 7, 6, 13, 19 damage.
Nice.
Next one, it's an 18 to hit.
Hit. Full damage.
And that is 15 to hit, 15 damage.
In damage, it drops dead and unmoving, and we are once more out of initiative. You are free to head back towards the shuttle and begin heading over towards the trapped beast altar to enact the next part of your plan. You can like fly out into the central area again. You have to fly up this time to get to the actual trap beast altar itself. It's not just like straight across like the other ones were. You rise up a little bit, and as you arrive up there, you see that there are several in this long kind of like corridor, very wide corridor. There are several of these. They are almost tribal in nature, these like totem poles, and each one is kind of like to be dedicated to a different aspect of the Fae. There is one that looks like it is like a flowers, but they're all like sagging and like the heads of the flowers like bent down. There is one of a proud stag split in two. The antlers are all kind of like tangled in these chains and vines. There is another one which has faces carved on all sides, each one bearing a different emotion. And you see like every now and again these shards of like broken mirror kind of spread through it. There's another one of a small flame held in wooden hands, and you see phoenix-like birds rising and falling in looping patterns above the fire. And the last one is a comet, kind of like just like flying over, and you see below there's like a little water system kind of below it. You see fish with eyes like stars swimming upwards towards the comet.
Seraphe, this mean anything to you?
They're kind of weird.
I can't believe that we're trying to free the Fae God with the most useless Fae to ever Fae. No
Listen,
offense.
I didn't say I was a good Fae. I don't even worship Sapana.
You
Man.
basically just took the orgies bit and ran with it.
And? It's the best bit.
Romans defending every single festival they celebrate.
Right, well, clearly this one is to do with, like, nature, like, you know, the flowers dying, you know, like, you bring them back to life, like that plant pot. Fuck that plant pot. I couldn't figure it out.
I just like the idea there's some historian in the background going, no, that's the one with God of War. Just like, complete opposite.
The stag one, I don't know. Strength? Maybe someone strong.
Can I do like a history or religion check? I imagine with my family following Saparna,
Yeah,
I
you can
might.
history religion check, sure.
Either
Good
or.
answer, maybe.
Yeah, you can do religion check, Asher. Makes sense for you.
I'll do history. Why not? Another nat 20!
14.
Sorry, I don't get these very often. I'm having a good day.
I mean, take them. I never get them. So.
And
You
every-
seem to always get them when it's taming and a wild
Where do you
creature.
see you get a nat 20 at like the most clutch moment in this campaign?
It's like extra hype because I'm using the D&D movie dice, so every time I roll a 20, the like little fat dragon comes down and screams about it.
No, knowing Mary, you're going to get a nat 20 on the final death save at the last moment when everyone's on its death's door.
Yeah, and then
That's when you're going to get your nat 20.
just have a level 9 heal coming out afterwards.
Those are the best. Kaz got one of those. Brian didn't because he was ill, but Kaz did.
Okay. So, Asher, you would know with 14 that these are all symbols of different kind of like aspects of the Fae. However, it seems weird. It seems like a lot of it is almost inverted. It doesn't feel true. You know, the withering flower kind of seems like the opposite of the Fae's, like, you know, natural kind of like beauty. The chain stag kind of like shows that like limited kind of like action and decisiveness and impulsiveness that like the Fae are known for so much. The broken mirror with faces, it looks almost like to suggest like the Fae's multiple personalities. However, the symbolism of the mirrors reflecting out, as opposed to, you know, dealing with the people who are actually embedded in the totem itself, something there seems weird to you. The very little small flame, the phoenix birds, that one looks the most like maybe maybe something you could tie in the Fae. Maybe something like maybe there's their hope or rebirth there, but the Fae aren't really known for rebirth, at least not traditionally. And the final one, the comet like crashing into the waves. Again, it kind of goes against everything of the Fae of, like, you know, reaching for the stars and, like, you know, like that kind of like very wanderlust kind of nature that they have, you know, being crashed into the ocean where fish are, like, you know, just swimming around. There's no aquatic Fae, you know, that's not something that exists really. At least none of them are not sentient, but none of them are, you know, if there was the aquatic Fae, none of them are, you know, represented in like the council or like that. They're not like, you know, a speaking race to that level. They're not like intelligent.
Just like magic fish.
Maybe, but yeah, they wouldn't be like they wouldn't be equivalent to like a satyr or a centaur or anything like that. Atlas with the 22. These are not simply just totems of, like, you know, symbolism. You have reason to believe that these are actual Fae spirits or points of worship for Fae spirits. Normally using things like find familiar spells or things like that, or conjuration magics. These are the things that whenever you cast those spells, what kind of like entity, you don't just rip. It's not like someone casts Find Familiar and Barros' soul gets ripped out of his body and then he's turned into a squirrel for, you know, an hour and a half, so somewhere else in the other side of the world.
That would be hilarious. Just a satyr, like, living their life. He's, like, halfway through, like, frying an egg, and he just gets, like, ripped out for, like, an hour, comes back, and just, like, everything's burning. He's like, for fuck's sake.
But yeah,
just because that wizard wanted a squirrel.
But you think that they might be, you know, actual, like, Fae spirits, perhaps, or totems or worship points for them? You're not sure.
Okay, so, Fae totems. What do we do with them?
Oh, that's what they are. We only have one totem, and it's an orgy totem.
They don't seem right. Like, surely the plant one would be...
Well, maybe the
growing
spirits associated with them have been, a little bit fucked up.
Wait. Does this tell the story of the Lilith? So the plants represent how the Lilith view the Fae, or the world. Then you chain them. Then you fracture the mind. Then they are reborn. And then the meteor, that's the center
The
of
world
Expanse.
ends and starts again. We've been here before.
That's grim.
What do we do with them, though? Do we need to free the spirit, or put them in order, or can we move them? Or are they, like, embedded?
Well, if they're inverted, this may sound stupid, because I am stupid, but what if we flip them upside down? They're inverted, right? What if we just pick the totem up and flip them upside down?
That's so stupid. It might actually be the
They're about
solution.
15 foot tall, about 4 foot wide.
I don't think
no.
anyone's flipping these.
Maybe we have
No.
to cast a certain
Cyrus, you disappoint me. I thought you were a big, strong man.
I mean, I can certainly try and pull the stag
No.
back together since it's getting chained, ripped apart. But I don't think I can lift it and flip it on its head,
Look,
Barros.
the
I'm
last
not
thing
that
we need when we're
strong.
trying to free a chained god, not god, is for the barbarian to put his back out.
Like, if I cast mending on the mirror bit with that,
I'm sorry, on the what bit?
on the
The mirror.
on the looking glass bit.
The mirror.
The mirror.
The mirror. Sorry, I had
The
an accent
mirror.
creep out there. I can't think of the phoenix. I don't know. Cast a fire magic on it.
Why don't we try?
But
Why don't we try fixing the mirror first?
Like, at least mending won't damage anything.
If there's spirits associated with them, maybe we need to call upon them, but the only thing I have is find familiar. And I don't think they're going to be super happy if I pull them out of a statue and into a, cat.
You don't have plant growth or anything? We went over
I'm
this
not
with
that
you,
kind of
did-
druid!
I'm just checking. A lot has happened. Because that's the only thing I think of.
It might not need it. Maybe if we just put a healing spell into it, it'll manifest into that.
Okay, I'll try that and see what happens. Just a level 1 cure wounds into the totem.
What one?
The plant one.
The totem of withered bloom.
Yeah.
Sure. You reach out, you touch this totem, and you hear a voice in your mind.
Yeah.
I was once a garden fed by sunlight. Now I bloom only for ghosts. I feel warmth. Who are you?
Astra. I'm with my friends. We're trying to restore Saparna. Saparna has but disappeared. What is that?
It's not a mouthful of Sylvie fur, which George thought it was. It's a bit of a bed.
The dogs were fighting next to me, and then Juno pulled away from Sylvie and just spat out like a chunk of like black fluff like that big, and I was just like,
Sorry.
You bit her ear off.
Go again, Astra. I was a little distracted.
My name's Astra. With my friends. We're trying to restore Saparna. I'm supposed to totems by default and spirits, I guess.
Yes. You maybe are what is different. That darkness seems to have paused for now. You feel beautiful. Your heart
Thank you.
beats like that of one in love,
Yes.
and
I
it is
suppose it
blessed
does.
with the youth and time to enjoy it fully.
How do we restore you, or how do we help? Do I need to give you more healing? I got radiant magic, might be somewhat linked to sunlight, but I don't want to damage you.
I have been here a while. My decisions that brought me to this point were maybe perhaps not the best. I worry there is no going back from me.
Well, withered plants can always be rewatered and re-go, right? And be born anew.
Perhaps. I was once part of a garden full of plants like me. However, now, because of my selfishness, everyone else is gone, and I am the last one.
What do you know of the other totems?
The other totems. You have Thornheart the Bound, Silvern Manyface, Embelin the Gentle Ash, and Callion Tidewish. They plus myself, Ivana Petal Sai, make up the 5 core Fey spirits of this world.
Okay.
Because of my actions, most of them will now lie quiet.
What did you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I was always given a choice. If I would like to be taken next or someone else. So far I have always deferred.
Maybe it's an act of selflessness that might help restore. Do the unexpected.
Maybe. I think that would help if I waited till the next offer came around and offered myself this time. Not that I even know if there's anyone else left.
Maybe a chance, but maybe this will help. Astra will try lesser restoration.
Cool. Yeah, you cast Lesser Restoration. You watch as the outer form of the totem begins to shift and change. The wilting floor begins to lift its head up. The leaves become more full, and it kind of like begins to tower strong a little bit more. Yes. I see it now. It is not the light of the sun I'm looking upon. But I require the light of the warmth of fire to live in this cold, dark expanse. I come after the flame.
Okay. After the phoenix, I'm assuming. Well, if we need fire, that shouldn't be too hard to get. I'm not sure, just Cyrus.
What are you looking at me for?
I'll be back, or we'll be back.
Cyrus furiously flicking through his...
Did the rest of
all
us
his
hear that,
sheet.
or did she just blankly talk to a statue for a while?
She was just talking to a statue.
Okay. I'm assuming something was happening in your head there, and you haven't just cracked.
No, not yet. They're all the Fae spirits. That's the plant spirit, and she'll relay everything that she said about the other names.
Okay,
And,
after fire, so what? We need to start switching these things around?
or do them in order. Like once we get them healed, maybe do something with them in order. Maybe I do
Meteor
lesser restoration
first,
on
start
all
of life?
them.
Or end of life?
Well, Meteor.
Eros, did you have one history class that wasn't an orgy?
I had plenty of history classes. My granddad used to read me all of the Fey history as bedtime stories. The problem is when you have milk and cookies and a very boring old man, you tend to fall asleep quite a lot.
Young Barrel's just like, once upon a time.
Yeah.
Can I make a history check to see if I remember any
Sure.
of Grandad Gideon's old bedtime stories?
Make a history check.
Could
See what
we just go
stuck.
get Grandad Gideon?
Maybe it's Meteor,
13.
plants, animals, would be birds.
And I thought she came after fire, so...
Yeah, so
Does a meteor count as fire, or does
Meteor.
fire and birds count as fire?
Firebirds, right?
meteor,
Why are
firebirds,
birds
plants,
fire?
animals.
Phoenix stuff.
To be fair, I have set fire to a lot of stuff, so...
You've also set fire to yourself, and you are a bird.
It happens.
Beros, the only thing you remember from Grandpa Gideon's lessons is that there was an old fable about Thornheart the Bound and Silvern Manyface. And the story goes that Thornheart the Bound basically was so defiant and strong that he was punished by Ivana herself. And he was ripped asunder, becoming the Manyface, as she broke aspects of his personality in fragments apart. The moral of which was kind of lost on you, but your grandfather was very enjoyed the story a lot and felt that it was really told a lot of the. He really focused on that breaking down of strength, or how nature could break down the strength of even those ones who feel like they are untouchable. But yeah, there's definitely something about the fact that Thornheart the Bound became the Manyface.
Right, I'll relay that information. Right, so these two seem to be in the right order.
Stag and then face.
Yes.
Ah,
if I
yes,
remember
stag
a
face.
story.
Should
Okay, so let's move fire in front of
meteor?
plant.
Can I try and pull this totem of the flame?
I'll give you a hand.
Are you going to move it? Touch
I'm
it.
gonna try.
As you touch it, Cyrus, you feel it is like you've just put your hand on into the coals of a fire which is nearly dwindled. There's still a teeny bit of warmth left in it. However, it's kind of it's just about to snuff out. Kind of feel as you touch it. But yeah, you can go to move it if you like.
Yeah, I will try and move it.
Yep, you already want to move it to.
In front of the plant pot.
Cool. The totems are all made of wood, so they are movable, but yeah, you probably need Volgar's help. You drag it, you put it in front of the wilting, the blooming flower, I should say. As soon as you let go of it, that feeling of the warmth just immediately dissipates from you.
Did that do anything? Anything light up? Anything shift?
Well, I think they all need restored or something first, so maybe
I didn't get any voices, it's just a little warm.
maybe they need healed first, and
I have healing hands.
I mean, I can try.
No, I
myself
think
first.
this needs more literal. I know it's wood, but can you heat it?
I have a tinderbox.
Set it on fire.
I can't produce fire anymore. I have. Cyrus will take the fire gem out of his pocket. I have this. It's hot anyway.
sure.
But
I mean, I could
can't
try.
use it because I'm not attuned to it right. Well, I'm not attuned to it right now.
I mean, I could bring the little one back and see if he can do something.
Might be, yeah, because I was thinking.
Guys, I
might be
literally
able to
have a
see-
tinderbox on me right now. We can just start a fire.
I don't know if we want to burn the totem down.
Does it have to be magic?
Maybe magic. Like, my magic helped restore the
I will say though, if I'm going to use it, the only way I think it'll work is if I attack this statue.
Can I at least try just a regular fire first? It might work.
Sure.
Alright. Try it. Can't you also create like a magical fire campfire
Not anymore.
since the explosion?
No, since things went a little bit weird. And
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast decided that we weren't supposed to do that anymore.
Oh,
I will use my tinderbox and try and light a fire.
Okay, you light a fire. Where are you lighting it?
In the hand that hold the little fire.
Sure, you light the wooden fan on fire. It takes pretty quickly and begins to burn brightly.
Touch the statue again.
Touch the statue.
Not directly on the fire. I'm not that dumb.
Sure.
Touch the fire.
Smells burnt. Burns feathers burning.
And there she that there may be that there is, my sweet summer child.
Well, it's awake, but it's speaking a language that I don't speak.
You carry the fragmented piece.
Yeah, I got some of Sparna. Trying to get the rest.
Unfortunately, Embalin does not know much about the way to get there or do that. Unfortunately, most of me now lost, like smoke rising from fire.
Do you know where you're meant to be in this lineup?
Unfortunately, I don't know my place, but I do know one thing. That at last, when all the rest align, the star once drowned will rise and shine.
Alice will repeat that back to the group.
That sounds like the meteor's meant to be last.
Okay. Let's put the meteor last and hit it with a I don't know how to activate the meteor.
Maybe getting bolted. Just straight
Is the meteor? Where is the meteor now?
Currently, it is in the end position.
Okay, so something's not right.
I can try speak with animals on the deer.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think the deer is first in my opinion. If everything is correct, the deer represents like the wildness and the ferocity of the Fae, as in like, you know, the fire in your heart. That will start the fire, that starts everything, then that moves on to the next thing.
Would you like a little reminder of the clues so far?
Yes.
So
Please.
some clues have been more subtle than others, so I'm going to reveal some more maybe. Ivana, the Wither Bloom, she said that once she was in the center of a garden fed by sunlight. That was one of the first things she said to you. I think I went over everyone's
so she
heads.
needs to go in the middle with the fire before her.
So what's the order at the minute?
So currently, you guys have it in, if I was to number them, with her, with the Bloom, hang on, I'll do it this way. So Bloom, Dag, Mirror, Comet. So currently you have Flame, Bloom, Stag, Mirror, Comet. That's what you currently have.
Okay, so we need to put Flower Bitch in position number 3.
Yeah.
Flame, position number 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
So try stag in 1.
Try Stag in 1.
Because I think we got 2 and 3 right and the comment right. It's just
What was the other one?
The totem with like the different personalities and Mirror,
Okay.
Shattered Mirror.
or yeah.
You've also not interacted at all with 3 of the totems.
I want to try casting Speak with Animals on the stag.
The totems that you've interacted with also seem to have taken on a different physical characteristic. So maybe beyond simply just putting them in the right order.
I want to try casting Speak with Animals on that.
Sure. You go up, cast Speak of Animals on Thornheart the Bound.
Hmm.
You cast it. You see the jaw split in 2 as they've like been pulled apart down the middle from these like vines and stuff that are pulling it apart. But you hear calmly and unbroken this proud voice ring out, "You dare speak to me of strength? Show me yours will be gone."
Show you my strength? You're going to be very disappointed. Cyrus, lift the statue up.
I will try.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Give you a hand.
You can do disadvantage if Volgir's helping.
25.
You pick it up. Ha! You need the help of another to be able to have something as great as I. Unsurprising, weak two-legged one.
I called you a weak two-legged one.
Am I gonna use a rage just to fucking lift this? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna tell Volgir to let go.
Are you gonna tell him to let go, or are you gonna be like, give me that?
Just mid-rage, Volgir just lets go. Just
Sure.
to see what happens if it drop.
Make another athletics check, Cyrus. You can do disadvantage.
I feel like Volgir might just push it slightly downwards as well, just for the fun
Oh
of it.
no,
Nice,
I've
why do
fallen
you
on it a
hit
little
me?
bit.
Oh, you start half the as soon as Volgir's go, you just slowly losing it. Set it down. Ha! As expected, I am still number one.
Can I give it a shot?
It
on my
doesn't
own?
matter. He's number one. Put him first.
Oh, yeah.
Carefully
Drags
though,
him
Cyrus. That was
very
embarrassing.
angrily.
You notice that there is no physical change in the form of this totem, but you put it at the front.
No.
You want to punch it, buddy?
Your current order is
Yeah.
Stag, Flame, Bloom, Mirror, Comet.
No, if Cyrus punches it, I might try mending the mirror.
Yeah, Cyrus is gonna
Repeat that
fucking
again.
punch
Alright.
the stag in the
Stag,
face.
flame, bloom.
You've just
was it
moving the Stag. It's Stag, Flame, Bloom, Mirror, Comet.
Cyrus is like, I don't think
That'd
it
be
will do anything, but fuck this stag.
It'll make me feel better. I punched the stag in the face.
Make an
I
attack.
worked out what was confusing me because I've been trying to keep track of this the entire time.
You break your
I don't
hand.
know how, but I had 6
25
names
to hit.
down this entire time, which was what was confusing me.
Like,
Why?
I'll show you. Wait, just fuck sucker punch.
Doc, this immovable statue in the face. Make me a final athletics check, Cyrus.
He's suddenly become rock. Doesn't move.
You smack
yeah.
this thing, some of the wood splinters off, and then you see it like almost like a drunk person being slapped around the face begins to pull himself together, and you watch as the vines and chains begin to snap and break away, and the form returns back in this proud grand stag in the center, and the chains have all like fallen around its feet, and it's like almost like trampling them like in its stance.
Cyrus, did you
That's
just
the first
punch
time
it so hard it became magic?
I've never fixed something by punching it before.
I feel like that's a lie.
Cyrus in the engine room
Like the
every
fawns.
day, like, come
Mm.
on, you bitch.
Yeah. Just thinking about every vent that he's whacked
If
back
if
into
anyone's
place. Like,
if
screw him,
anyone's
is he-
ever seen Transformers 3, Shia LaBeouf just furiously kicking the engine of the car, that's Cyrus in the engine room.
Yeah, just Cyrus comes to a vent, just like, god damn those fucking gnomes. 4 missing screws, just go, fuck it, bump. And it holds.
I'll mend the last one, but Barras, I may need you to talk to it because it's mirrors and like talking and charisma stuff. I'm not good at it.
No, that is fine.
Okay. Astro cast mending. On
Cast mending on the mirrors. Do you need to touch it to cast mending, or can you do it at a distance?
I think she's to touch it, but if she can touch it at the same time as Barros, then maybe I'll talk to both of them.
Check.
Yeah, touch.
Touch spell. So you both touch it. When you touch it, you both feel a deep sense of paranoia that shifts to curiosity, then back to paranoia again. It just seems to keep shifting between these two feelings. You begin to cast mending, and the mirrors begin to slowly start like pulling almost like themselves into the actual totem itself. These broken shards begin to disappear into the wood. And eventually one central face, a very neutral expression, you watch as the mirror blooms back out of it, coating it in this almost mercurial substance that allows it to reflect your visage back at you. And then you both would hear, am I a liar, dreamer, or truth speaker? Depends who's asking, or which me, I suppose. Who touches me?
I'm Astra.
Well, Astra, thank you for putting the pieces back together. I hope you've worked out the puzzle by now, because for me, I normally end up just in pieces.
I hope so too.
There is one totem you've not yet interacted with.
Maybe Mira goes last.
What goes last?
But it's the one of them said that the last place star, the star that is once drowned will arise and shine. Must be. It's comet,
Yes,
isn't it? Last.
But
that we've
it
not
might be the last the shine, but what happens after?
The mirror ends up in pieces. But maybe it shouldn't.
Yeah. True.
Have you tried mending it?
It's mended.
It's mended. What I'm
Yes, we
what
need
I'm
to
trying to
speak
say is that once you fix things, once things are back the way that they should, you have peace. You have
Mm.
things
So
that
you're
are meant to be are the way that they're meant to be.
Shall
So
we
you're
try
saying-
talking to the comet?
Stag. Yeah.
Try
Let's just
going
do
to
it.
the comment, see what it says.
Cyrus will touch the comet.
I wanted to touch the comet.
You can touch the comet too.
Fine, we can both touch the comet.
Okay. You go up and touch the comet. Touch Callian. You feel the sensation of wind whipping past you at great speed. And then, after long enough, you feel warmth coating over you as the wind turns hot. And then the beautiful release of a cold splash, as if you just jumped into like a cold pool of water, or maybe into a cold shower during a hot day, and the instant relief of that warmth just instantly fading away to nothing.
Really reminds
Should
me
we
of that
put
one
water
time I
on it?
blew myself up.
Should we throw water on it?
Water fire.
You got a water skin on you?
I got a water skin on me.
Or maybe wind, fire, water.
Mm.
Or
Bit of everything.
maybe it needs all the elements. Earth, wind, fire, water. All 4 parts of the Fae, right?
Cyrus will scoop up. Is there any dirt around?
Not in here, no. You could go back to, if you wanted to go back to the grove, there was dirt there.
Okay.
There might be some in your boot if you bang it off the floor a few times.
Cyrus will see if he can get dirt out of his shoe.
Sure, make an investigation check. See how lucky you are.
Not very.
Not on your shoes, maybe on someone else's.
Anybody got dirt on them?
I mean, I
sure,
might
I'll
have
take a
some
look.
stuck in my hoof.
Check.
Maybe Pip's gathered some of my hair or something. I don't know.
Check your hooves.
You want to check Barros's hooves? Allow everyone to make an investigation check to see if they have dirt on their shoes.
I don't wear shoes, I got bird feet.
If you have any dirt in your talons. Durov got a 12. He's rolling twice for some reason.
21.
2 tabs.
Oh,
open,
he
I
gets
think.
so much dirt stuck up in his hooves.
Yeah, Barros has got
He
enough
needs one
dirt
of
for
those
everybody.
hoof picks like a horse.
Yeah. He's got dirty feet.
I don't think goats actually have hooves, do they? Don't goats have like toes?
I think so, yeah.
Like cloven hooves.
Yeah, he's got cloven hooves. He got a lot of dirt like in between the two hooves. He like splays them out, just like.
Oh. It's dirt,
So
but it
wind-
smells like feet.
Wind, fire, water, dirt.
I think I've got the wind covered. And water.
I'm asking for the order because we felt the wind,
Then it got hot.
then it got hot, then it got
Cool.
cool, and then nothing. So I'm assuming the last one's dirt.
Yeah, we might not even
That's
need
true.
the dirt.
You managed to get back in there before I just went the last airbender.
Alright, so someone make wind. I got the water covered. Someone needs to make fire.
Veros farts.
Well, he does that.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it.
Cast gust of wind. I think it needs to be a bit more clean than that, Barrows.
That's gas, not wind.
No, don't cast gust of wind towards
It
us. by
disperses it.
us. You're just wafting it closer.
Stop blowing it towards
It's
me.
it.
Biscuits.
No, it's stale biscuits and what's the dip? Celestial dip.
Celestial dip.
He'll never get that out of his system. To never ever. It's like filled his
Forever.
appendix up.
Forever elements.
It's like radiation, you know. It's got a half-life on it.
Okay, so you make a gust of wind.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
You got that tinderbox again.
Yeah,
Tinderbox.
You char it with some sparks from your tinderbox. Okay. Then what else?
Water
Pour my
skin.
water skin over it.
Yeah.
As soon as you finish pouring the water skin over it, you watch as the totem shifts again. The wood changes like the other one. You see it go from flying in the sky above to like almost like half submerging in the water, and then it shifts and it turns from a teal streaking behind it to a glow around it, and now seems to resemble a rising sun.
Touch.
How's it going, meteor?
You touch it.
I touch it.
Touch.
You touch it, and then you hear
Waiting to take 10d10 fire damage.
I feel like I have been brought back after searching for so long. At the end of the day, the last light does really have a kaleidoscope of colors.
So the meteor's last.
I guess.
Last light.
Or the mirrors last because the light heads off the mirrors and the kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
With all of these items now active and glowing, you see a central conduit rise up, and on it there is a singular button.
Push the button.
If you are happy with the order, you may push the button.
Are we
What's
happy?
the order now,
The
currently?
current order is Stag, Flame, Bloom, Mirror, Comet.
I think it's Mirror and Comet need to switch.
I think it's that, but
I think the mirror's last.
Alright.
Let's switch them.
Switch them.
I'll push one, you push the other.
Okay, you swap them around.
They could have made these things lighter for so much switching and swapping.
Well, I'm
I
guessing
feel-
they didn't want it to be switched or fixed.
You imagine we start moving it, the pedestal starts going down, we stop, we pull back, it starts going back up again.
It stays the same.
It's like,
So your order is now Stag, Flame, Bloom, Comet, Mirror.
Can you imagine being an illithid, like, alone on your shift, and you've got to, like, fucking reset the system? It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Why did I get stuck with totem duty?
Push the button.
Push the button.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
We all get mind wiped.
That's a pretty bad. outcome.
What's the worst that could happen? Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Could happen.
I know that's meant to be like a cave-in, but in my brain it's just like the giant bird rock. Like, they just all like fall out of the sky and everyone dies.
You press the button. Watch as the stag rears up and tramples the vines once more, and then looks as if following something with its eye, and as it does so, you hear, "I'm number one," and as it impacts, you see the flame surge, and you watch as two wings expand out from the fire, before looking around itself, curling up and twisting into itself once more, almost resembling that of a rose. Then the bloom once more, the petals flare out fully, and as they do so, you watch as one of them takes to the sky. As it forms, it twists and turns into a ball, which soars over the ocean, plunging into that water, shifting into the sun. And as the sun casts a kaleidoscope of colors over the mirrors, the room begins to glow a verdant green glow.
Success.
Well, we're not dead.
That's true.
True.
Right. Let's head back and assume that was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to, put the memories back in those satyrs, I guess.
Or was it the brain mind thing? Obliteration. Obliteration? We breached, raised, reconstruct.
We
Yeah.
still need to reconstruct first.
Reconstruct is putting the Fae back in the Fae, so let's go do that. I'm still not sure what the flow conduit is, but that's a later problem.
You believe that might have a connection to the elite. Similar to the, I believe if you were earlier at like natural 20, you believe that it was the flow conduit and the beast mind engine.
We're gonna be a thing next.
Yeah.
They'll be
They'll be linked.
sub-linkation.
Yeah. Right, let's go put the Barros back in the family.
Okay, where are you heading?
Back to the bounded
Verdant.
creature vaults?
The verdant infusion chamber?
I thought we wanted
Creature vault.
bounded creature vault to put the memories in, and then verdant infusion chamber
Oh.
to wake them up.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. So you head back to the Body Creatures Vaults, get back in the shuttle. The place here is eerily quiet. Like, there's not actually that many living things here.
Good.
Eventually, you find yourself back in the long, drawn-out corridor of the Bound the Creatures Vaults. You get back to the terminal with Durv, and he activates the routing of the sequence of the power, and you watch as he pauses, and then he says, can we just see Mary's foot?
Oh, my camera fell.
Could you see like a foot, like a slipper? And
Quick, censor that!
No, not for free, Mary. No.
You need to put a paywall first.
Hey, blur it out, blur it out.
And y'all make fun about my camera slipping.
Well, we assumed it was deliberate until we saw a foot. We thought maybe something had happened. Ready to get off camera for a little bit.
Yeah, but Ryan, also, your camera fell while you were sat on a bed in the weirdest of poses.
For the context of Twitch. My old
He's a
self-
cam girl.
Right,
He's a
not
cam
be a
girl.
cam girl for the context of Twitch. You know, you do what you gotta do when you got debt.
Make that money.
Student loans.
I didn't even notice I was gone. There we go. Just hide me for a
I
bit.
thought you just tilted it down because you were sorting something. Then Harry goes, "There's a foot," and I was like, "What?"
I didn't even realize. my
Look,
camera
Mary, if you want to start doing a cam girl thing with Ryan, that's fine. But make your own Twitch.
I don't know. Well, it'll probably be fine on Twitch, to be honest.
It I think you're allowed feet
Yeah,
on
he takes the pay
Twitch,
for
as
the
long as you're
win.
not, like, weird about it, you know?
Fuck, I'm weird about it. That's in the terms and conditions. Feet are allowed, but don't get
be
weird
about it.
It's in the small print. Don't get weird about it.
But yeah, as like he's actually there and he begins like looking at it. He's like, all right, we can activate the echo pools now, which should allow us to return the fragments of the Fey consciousness back here. However, there are some, it looks like, that have already begun this process. I can give the memories back to them, but I can't revert the Ceramorphosis. I don't even know if it might even persist. I can either, from this system now that we've activated those spirits again, with the echo pools, I can maybe either purge them and remove them altogether. I could try to give them the memories and wake them up, and just hope for the best, or take the chance. That's kind of our only two options.
We give them their memories back and wake them up, right? We can't just kill them.
They'll still be illithid.
Well, maybe not if they have all their memories. They're not completely illithid yet. They might just be a little squishy around the edges.
Sapana said that we need to purge these systems.
Yeah, like I think if they are illithid, whether they have their memories or not, they're still linked to the hive mind.
But it might give us allies within it.
Or they'll turn out to be sleeper agents and kill us.
Well,
because we trust them.
They're not even fully formed yet. They're not.
Some of them are very far gone. It's a various stages.
They're not Fey anymore. They're illithid.
The good news is none of them have reached full 100% yet. But looks like it tends to be going in phases of, you can call it approximately 25%. There's about a group of them, about 75% of the way there, some about 50% of the way there, and some about 25% of the way there. I could get you exact numbers of how many are in each phase, but it's going to take me time. And the longer we wait, this isn't stopping. The longer they're in those pods, it's going to keep happening. And like, again, there's no guarantee when I get them out that it's not going to keep happening. I don't know.
We can't just kill them.
It's not nice, but we need to think of the many here. Not just the Fae on the ship, but across the Expanse.
Is it everyone already in a pod that's already contaminated, or is it after a certain stage?
I think it's after they were given the worms in jars.
Seems like everyone who was on that conveyor belt is yet to be affected, but there's a good few here who haven't. There's rough figures. I'd say about 50% of people have yet to have any kind of infection, looks like, if you're calling it that. Then further on that, call it maybe roughly 15% intervals of each latter stage.
%50% ain't bad.
Don't work with acceptable casualties. But I also can't fight all of you, so I guess I'm outnumbered.
Says the person who blew up a fucking fuel tank.
Accidentally.
You cast create bonfire inside.
I know how big that was gonna go. Shut up! You're not here.
So it's numbers that I can see compared to numbers I don't know.
Yes. Look, Atlas is ethically stupid.
Are we able to purge all those above 25%? Then the 25%, maybe we can save them.
Maybe I can do something.
But if you can do something with the 25%, why not the 50s? Why not the 75s?
I say it's too risky. I think we need to cut our losses.
I might not be strong enough for anything. That's how the...
At a certain point, they are more illithid than they are Fey.
But the thing is, even the ones that are only 10% illithid at the minute,
once we get them out of the pods, it might stop. And with all their memories...
No, it won't matter, because they've already received the worm. anyone that has started to shift will continue to shift.
We don't know
There's
that.
no
Maybe they
saving
need
them.
the pod to keep,
Would you
forming.
like to make an Arcana check, anyone, to see if you can, after what you've seen here and all that kind of stuff?
Could Astra either make a medicine or Arcana? Like,
Certainly, make medicine Arcana check, sure.
18.
The pods are important, Atlas. But the pods, and Astrid knows as well, the pods seem to be amplifying the process. So they're making it happen faster, and they're making it happen in a controlled environment. Yeah. Whereas you believe that if they were taken outside of this, because the tadpole is already in the brain, it was likely going to continue happening. It will take some time. Maybe, the exact length of time, you're not sure. You've never really dealt with illithids at this level before. But it will... Unfortunately, seromorphosis is inevitable unless you can find a way to remove that tadpole. And you're not just talking 5 people. You're talking like a couple of hundred, maybe even 1,000 odd, maybe more.
I'd say.
I think we have to purge. There's no way of saving. They're going to turn eventually. As much
still
as
got
I
that flint.
want to find a cure.
There is a chance that whenever I'm fully rekindled with myself, I may be able to order those tadpoles to cease to exist. However, that is a risk. I don't know if that's possible or not. But I do normally have some control over my thralls based on the past.
Is that fully thinged, or is that assuming that this other piece is everything you need left?
This is based on the fact that normally I would still be tied into the illithid's main hive mind. I might lose these abilities when I'm disconnected.
Can't we just, leave them until we get you?
You could, but the process is amplified when they're in those pods. You see it yourself.
The longer we leave them, the more they're changing.
Well, why don't we just let them out? If it all goes horribly wrong, we just, cut Aparna free and blow this thing up.
Yeah, but that means we've got to somehow deal with what? A couple hundred, maybe 100? Or more, depending on how many we cut down?
And not to rush you all, but the longer we take now, unless we activate the anti-psionic countermeasures, which will flood the ship with chaotic magic, and to block the neural networks of the illithid, very likely the ship could fall back under the illithid hive mind. It may undo everything we've done thus far.
Is there a button to purge those that have already been contained, or does Derv have to set that?
It's not a purge all tadpole button, or is it like a dial situation?
Yeah, no, Durl can basically pick. He can basically pick between anyone who is 75%, 50, 25, or 0. So he can purge everyone with a push of a button if he wants.
Durv is just like, oops, I accidentally
Genocide.
pressed the murder everything button.
It's because it is probably designed for the illithid in case something goes wrong. You're using systems designed by people who, this would not normally be a thing. These are probably like emergency overrides he's got access to,
Barros, these aren't my people. We can see that your granddad and your dad will be okay, but I don't see other members of your family. We don't know which percentage, if any, they are. So I think you're the one who has to make this call.
Yeah, it's your call. It's your people.
I know if it was my family, I wouldn't want someone else making that call.
I don't think we can save them all. And if we let everyone out, then we might be releasing a horde of illithid minions upon us. And it'll all be for nothing because we'll be dead. If we release all those that are 25% gone and under, there's a chance that the echo pools can remove that, and they have much longer for us to actually do this and get those tadpoles out.
Okay.
Surfing over 25 purge.
Anything over 25 perch.
Okay.
Understood, Captain. He cranks up the dial.
Atlas will say a prayer to Saparna, even though it feels kind of pointless now she knows gods aren't real.
I hear you, Atlas. You see Darkhoof, he twists up the dial. No going back from this, yeah?
We're going back.
He flicks a little safety cover, presses the button. Immediately, 30% of the pods, you just watch as the entire content of them is just jettisoned into the Expanse. Steam fires out of each one. You see this huge, like, shakes the chamber a little bit as the emergency jettison happens, instantly killing whatever is in them. 30% of the Feywild population aboard this ship have just been killed at the push of a single button. They were. We only find out in the aftermath.
We need to get the rest out of the pods to slow the process.
I can release them now. The system has an automated wake-up function, which I think is supposed to happen in the pods. It's supposed to happen in the Verdant Infusion Chamber, but unfortunately we broke the fucking conveyor belt, looks like. Me and Sparks can stay here trying to put that thing back together again. If you guys want to keep on going and try to disable this thing getting taken over, we can give that a go. Or I can open them up here. Again, riskier of not opening them up in that chamber. No guarantee what exactly is going to happen. But if you want to get them out now, we can get them out now. But I don't know in what state they're going to be.
We can wait. Let's try to fix the conveyor belt. We'll go and try and move on to obliteration.
Alright, I'll fix it up. The second I get the thing working, I'll activate it. If you need me, he taps Hollow Strap.
We'll let you know when we've got their memories. Are their memories restored yet?
Yes, so the memories are now being restored, but he can't wake them up and get them out of the pods until he has the system online, or he can again manual override, emergency open all the pods, but then no guarantee if maybe they're supposed to make a gentle wake up process or something. Who knows? It might be they have some other exhaustion. It might be they instantly die. He doesn't know. He's like, it's like trying to like. It's like me trying to fucking install like something that doesn't have instructions, because like, oh yeah, anyone who buys a extraction fan for a bathroom probably installs those every fucking day and knows how they work. I was like, it's like once he's like, oh no.
Harry recently went through the 7 stages of grief trying to install an extraction fan.
I got shocked by mains electricity. It was great.
He also has a bump on his head from smacking his head off the ceiling.
It's a great time. Got cuts in my arms from fiberglass from the attic as well. It's great.
Oh yeah, fiberglass not fun.
Yeah, so it's
my mom had a friend as a kid who had a unfortunate bathroom emergency and ran to a building site, and then afterwards was like, shit, I don't have anything to wipe with, and then saw all this yellow fluffy stuff piled up against the wall and thought, yes, perfect.
Oh dear.
Yeah, see, we when I used to swim, one of the guys in the swimming club found that the pipes that were pipes the insulation was coming off. And used to throw it at everyone and their towels, and they would put it in your towel so you'd be drying off and you're like rubbing it in.
We used to wear the like paper suits in uni when we were fiberglassing, because obviously you're like tearing it and it like sends all the fibers out. And I realized after fiberglassing one time that my paper suit was like split all down the side, and I just threw that t-shirt away rather than work out what to do with it. It's like, you know what? Trash. I didn't like that shirt that much anyway.
Okay, you guys are moving on to obliteration, which based on Atlas's predictions, you need to get to the flow conduit and the beast mind engine to try to stop whatever system might be to try to rekindle the connection to the main hive mind.
I wonder what we did last time.
Which should we hit first? Beast Mind Engine or Flow Conduit?
Flow conduit.
Okay. You head down and out, taking a left in this big, large open space, and you see this like arcing, shifting pattern, like twisting back and forth here of the flow conduit in its full form as it kind of like shimmers before you. You see there is a glowing kind of like blue twisting like swarm or something. It's hard to even what it is. It almost looks like bottled lightning. And you see around there there is like these lots of like little small pockets of these very odd looking structures. Some of them are larger, some of them are smaller, clustered together. Some of them look like almost like ghosts made of pure psionic energy. And they all kind of like twisting around it.
Any ideas?
We go to the Beast Mind Engine instead.
We need to flood the vessel with wild, chaotic magic.
Shame we don't have a wild magic sorcerer on us, huh?
See any dials that we can turn up to 100?
I mean, we could smash those glass and let everything out.
I'm up for smashing stuff.
I mean, hey, if we need to flood it with wild chaos, we are the right people for the job. Let's go.
I mean, I can destructive wave
Volgir,
it.
you just stay in the back. You're not.
You guys could
You're pretty
fly.
measured.
This thing's suspended up in the air.
It's
so you
good
either need to
usually, but
fly-
right now.
You either need to fly closer with the shuttle, or do something else to get up there.
I can fly, and I'm wildly chaotic, and
Cyrus is
unafraid
gonna
of
have
death.
Cyrus is gonna have a looky look, see what he can see.
Sure. I will let you make a
Point it at
perception
him.
check. Or an arcana check if you'd like. I'll let you make a perception check to see if you want to see anything interesting. Or if you want to change that 16 into a arcana check instead, an intelligence check, to work out maybe what to do.
Can I do an arcana check?
I would let Atlas do an arcana check instead.
It would be a flat 16. So Cyrus is looking for whatever looks interesting. If something
Cool.
sticks out at him, like, oh, that looks like a console, or that looks like
Right
a power
call,
control.
24.
Atlas, bottled in that glass array is pure, unbridled magic. The most chaotic section of the weave you've ever seen. All just trundled into one. Cyrus, the containment vessel itself looks pretty sturdy. However, there are one access point on the bottom, one access point on the top, and one access point in the center. It looks like you would need to interface with at least one of these for long enough to override the safety measures to then potentially open this thing up.
Alright, we can hit the top, middle, or bottom to override it.
The top and the bottom have the least concentration of these like psychic spirits kind of like trilling around it. The center has the most. The center console, however, does look the most accessible. The other ones are kind of almost like half panels or half consoles, where the central one is like an actual main terminal.
Let's get for the center.
I might be
Enter
able,
it is.
Gonna be a fight,
depending on
but
spirits, I might be able to do something with them.
Volgir, you're up.
Oh, so now that you have lost all your good people, you come to the dregs of the bottom of the barrel.
You tell them,
What are you
sir.
talking about?
Okay, you're gonna say if he's here.
what are you on right now, Volgir?
Hmm.
You're literally our
give him a biscuit.
co-pilot.
He wants a biscuit, give him a biscuit.
You're not you when you're hungry.
I may have run out of biscuits. I got nervous on the flight down.
I am
Okay.
a perfectly capable pilot. Ish.
Volgit will stand up, for he's probably been sat in a corner playing with a stick, Like, you don't know where he's found the stick, but that, like, age-old playground where he's just been poking the ground with a stick.
He's just nicked one of Cyrus's screwdrivers, and he's just poking the ground with a screwdriver.
Yeah, fine.
I'm imagining he's doing that, like, really purposeful pouting where he's, like, pouting but, like, looking back to make sure you can see that he is pouting.
Yeah, a Dragon is there, just, if you cannot see Volgir, a Dragon is doing the pouting for Volgir.
Volgir turns towards the turns towards to, like, start engineering shit, and then he just has Dragon, like, next to him, like...
Yeah, are you guys, what do you want to do? You want to head for the middle, the top, or the bottom?
Middle.
And taking the shuttle with you? Get up there?
Yeah, we'll take the
Yes.
shuttle.
Fly into
Some
the
of us are,
storm.
you know, flying challenged.
Is there anything that you would like Trickster to do?
Make us invisible.
We're in
Oh.
the shuttle anyway. I believe we can do that if Volgir is to, like, cast through one of the crystals.
As soon as Atlas says make us invisible, all 5 of you disappear. You can't see each other anymore.
Not like that, Trickster.
Make-
Can you make the ship invisible?
With us included in that.
You're asking a lot of me.
We believe in you, for some reason.
He will, you watch as some terminals begin to flicker and flash and change. Someone roll me a d20 for Trickster, please. He gets a +5 to this check.
Someone else roll it. I've rolled too many d20s tonight, and I'm gonna...
16. Trickster manages to turn one half of the ship invisible. So it's invisible.
bad.
It's invisible from one. So it's like as if you put up like an invisibility cloak. So from one angle, it's invisible, but only from the right-hand side. The left-hand side is fully. If you look at it straight on, you just
It's
see
like-
half a ship.
It's like we've stuck mirrors down one side of the ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Volgir or Barros, whoever's flying, turn us to which side's invisible?
Right. The door's on the left-hand side, though.
Turn us to the left, I guess, and we'll try and get as close as we can. Sideways.
So yeah, so you start basically like trailing around this thing, and this thing's like spinning and changing, so you have to like follow this console around as well. So it's not just the added difficulty of like the potential danger here, it's also you have to like maintain the distance and keep close enough for Volgir to establish a good hack here while this is happening. Luckily, because the right-hand side of the ship is invisible and the left-hand side is not, that is the outer side. So that is the thing that's most visible by someone looking towards the central area. Whether or not that's going to make a big difference or not, who knows. But Volgir, as you pull the ship close enough, these echoes, these wraiths, don't seem to really respond at all, at least not initially. What would you like to do?
They don't respond at all.
They don't seem to react to any of you at the moment. They're just like flying around. They're almost like, if you imagine like almost this is like a tornado like effect where these things being spun and spun around rapidly like past you and things like that.
Do we just keep going?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get to that console. If they attack, and we'll fight them, but so far, so good.
Okay. It just add. Yeah, sure.
You bring the shuttle in close to the console, maintaining a distance. Who is the pilot to keep you close?
I'll be piloting.
Ready. Eros, make me a piloting check, please, to see if you can keep the distance locked in. Volgir, assume you're going for the hack.
17.
Yeah, I'll go for the hack.
As you open the doors to get close enough for yourself, you like reach out, pull the like console towards yourself a little bit, begin working on it as best you can. And Barrows is doing his best to match the pace and speed of this thing as it's twisting and changing.
I don't actually have to be next to it, do I?
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
30 foot away.
You can use that if you'd like. Would you like to use that ability?
It's not an ability, I don't think. I thought it was a part of the add-on. While attuned to the hollow strap, the user can hack terminals within 30 feet without needing to be
Perfect.
physically next to them.
That will make Barrows'
So I would
checks
just be-
easier because he won't have to keep you touching the panel. Yes, you start to hack from a distance. Begin working on it. This is going to require a series of 3 Arcana checks. On failures, there is a chance that either some of these echo rays are going to notice you, or something else might happen.
Just as we're going along, he starts hacking. Just goes, "Oh, if Derv were here, he would have done this by now."
Cool. Nice. Is anyone going to give Volgir any assistance? So Volgir's...
I will touch him and cast Enhance Ability to enhance his intelligence.
Roll me a D100.
I thought you were going to say...
D100?
Please.
Enhance ability, but it's pettiness.
Enhance pettiness. 40.
40. Perfect. Let me just give you a second.
And now wild magic happens.
Yeah.
Come on, turn Atlas into a plant pot. Come on, turn Atlas into a plant pot.
Wheel of cheese, wheel of cheese, wheel of cheese, wheel of cheese.
Volgir turns
Did you
into,
know
like,
if
a
you
mouse.
get the genie to turn you into a wheel of cheese, you can just roll past the guards because they can't arrest a wheel of cheese?
Atlas, on a 40, on a 37 to
Potted
40,
potted fern.
you turn into a potted plant.
Yeah!
You have the incapacitated condition and vulnerability to all damage while in this state.
So, do I still,
You still cast a spell.
Yay! And then I immediately turn into a potted plant.
Yep.
Cyrus is just like, pokes the plant.
Ash is like, leave her alone.
She's a fern.
She said there somewhere, and Asher just picks up the plant.
Cool.
Not sure what to do.
Okay. Volgir, with the enhanced ability, you have advantage on the check. Is
I
anything else
believe
going to be helping Volgir at all?
I would be a magnolia tree, not a fern, based off this.
All I'm going to say is thank God for the advantage, because that was a nat 1 to start.
What did you get?
It's proficiency, isn't it? So it's
me.
proficiency
The
plus
Atlas tree.
What is the check?
It is an Arcana or Tinker's Tools check.
So it will be plus a 6, then I'm guessing. So 19.
19 is 1 success. Second check is due. I need to just check something real quick because Atlas has the incapacitated condition, and I need to check if that breaks concentration.
Oh.
Incapacitated. No concentration yet, so Atlas, I'll let the first one go off, but then your
I
concentration is
understand.
broken. And then you, after one round, the plant pot condition does end on
No.
you. It only lasts until the start of your next turn.
Ash is just like,
The second one's a 25.
To be fair,
Success.
Astra's pretty strong and Atlas weighs basically nothing, so she's probably
it's
fine.
the fact that you're holding something really small and suddenly it becomes the same size as you.
Or it's just like all feathers in the face, like flap.
He has
Like,
one final
Atlas
check
weighs
to make.
62
Does
pounds.
anyone
He's
want to
not
do
heavy.
anything to increase his chances, or he's going to let him go for it?
I can cast that
think I
again.
can.
That was honestly kind of fun.
No. Okay, sure, I can do it too, but I might want to.
Let's hope that nothing gross happens.
One person becoming a plant.
You could
is
also
enough.
cast guidance if you wanted. That would
I'll
be-
cast guidance this time instead.
Okay, you're casting guidance. Are you going to cast enhanced ability then, Astra?
Sure, yeah.
I will need 2 D100 rolls, please, from the one from the both of you.
Yeah.
So that's what does
We just hope that it's not going to be
You get advantage and you get a D4 to add.
70.
70.
I'm getting a
Cool.
lot of round numbers.
94. Oh.
94 is the
got-
second highest ability.
Sorry, the dog sneezed.
I mean, depending on how this last check goes, there's 2 very different ways that Volgir will take this situation.
Atlas, you become frightened of Volgir. the source of your casting. You become terrified of him until the end of your next turn. Astra.
I've never noticed how weird Volgear is.
Astra, everyone within 30 feet of you, including the ship, has vulnerability to all damage for the next minute. Volgear, make the check.
Right.
Volgear, if you fail this check, just so you know, you trigger a psychic feedback loop. I'm going to let you think about how bad that could be.
You got guidance.
This is a 7 plus a 6, so it's 13. I'm assuming
you have
D4 comes
you would have advantage. You had advantage as well.
Is it with advantage?
With advantage.
Because of the enhanced ability, you get advantage as well.
No.
Oh, the 7 with advantage. Okay, so I'll tell you what. So what did you get? You got a 13.
I've got a 13 plus the D4.
Okay.
So it comes down to the D4, doesn't it? 16.
Volgear, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please, as a feedback loop is triggered.
This is gonna suck.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. And I'm assuming, do I take this?
It's not a disadvantage. Just make a con save.
Which con save? 16.
16. A 16 is a success. You are not stunned, and you're only going to take half damage. Well, you would, but it is going to be regular because you're vulnerable to it, as everyone is vulnerable to damage for the next minute. 44 points of psychic damage.
To all of us?
To him.
Okay.
As the feedback loop triggers. If you feel that, it would have been 88 points of psychic damage, and you would have been stunned for a minute.
I do also have advantage for against the stun. So
yeah, so you succeeded anyway. So the damage, the vulnerabilities what fucked you there, basically. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
The DC for that check is 18, by the way. So even with the 4, unfortunately, would just not have been enough.
Okay. Volgear will do that and just go. And you probably got all cocky after the second one.
Yeah.
And just went, I can do this better than Derv, but I can do. And then
Volgear, just for shits and giggles, roll me a D12.
D12. Where's my D12? There's my D12. It's an 8.
8 echo reefs. All transfix on the location of the hacks now that one failure has been triggered, and they begin moving towards you. When we pick up next time, we'll once again be starting in combat with these 8 wraiths coming towards you. You only need one more success to pass. However, you will be in combat, so casting spells and something like that to help him may be a bit less of your priority. But if he fails again, I remind you, you all have vulnerability to all damage for 1 minute.
I mean, at least in this wild magic mess, it's where the barbarian really shines, you know? No magic in pumping shit. No magic in punching shit.
Well, we do have a Gatling turret as well.
Yeah, you got an arcane turret as well. Pikachu.
So just for that last roll, I got a 3 and a 7 naturally.
Could have been worse. You could have rolled, 2 1s.
But yeah, we will see you next time, and we will see how all this plays out. Until then, bye.